Welcome back. An effort meant to restore trust in Wisconsin's elections ahead of November. The nonpartisan group Keep Our Republic holding an event in Waukesha County this past week, a key Republican stronghold. The panel included local election officials meant to explain the election process. The event's being hosted statewide, meeting some skeptics.
This was useless. And I don't believe they're nonpartisan. And I don't believe you look at this stuff that they've got saying, we're focused on election integrity. We're focused like a laser beam on addressing election threats. They didn't focus on any of that stuff. What they tried to sell us is your elections can be trusted because look at, we've got this panel of experts up here. And the clerks did a great job.
And they had all the answers. The problem is they didn't have answers to the questions that we had.
The events are being led by Kathy Bernier, the former Republican state senator and county clerk, who's now head of the Wisconsin chapter of Keep Our Republic.
Combating the disinformation and misinformation, that's a challenge. But I think we're making a dent in that information. It's why we're going to discuss it on the front end.
Is that your biggest challenge, you would
say?
Yes,
that is the biggest challenge.
Is that all the result of 2020, post-2020?
Yeah, well, there are certain people that have found it fruitful for them, either financially or otherwise, to go around and make statements about 2020 election that are just absolutely false and not provable. And I'm going to discuss a little bit of that tonight. I couldn't possibly go into all of the things that they've said and all of the assertions they made about 2020. But every time Donald comes into the state and says he won this state, I just cringe because it's like he may not know he's lying. People keep telling him. I mean, I had an interesting interaction with Christina Bobb, and I'm like, well, if the people around him are telling him this, he probably really does believe it. So what am I to do? I'll just keep stating the truth, and the truth shall prevail.
You think it will?
I do. I think once we're past this and the 2024 election has come and gone, I think we'll be okay. And he's got to save face. I understand that. He can't just come out and say, okay, I believe everything went well and there was no voter fraud, when he's told the opposite. So I think he really believes there was, and he's probably not going to listen to me.
And to be clear, you're still a Republican.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I told my board of directors in Washington, I said, FYI, I am not going to become a Democrat anytime soon. So just so you know, I am a Republican. I am a conservative. I will always be a conservative. But the fact of the matter is, there's truth and honesty that's important in life, more important than politics. And you have to tell the truth. And I happen to know the truth because I've been there, done that.
All right, up next, the VP Stop.